Planning Commission to order. Roll call first. I am present. Mr. Russ.
Present.
Ms. Maslowski is going to be absent.
No, she's on.
Is she?
No, I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. Mr. Wazorg.
Present.
All present and accounted for. First item is the approval of the March 18th, 2025 minutes. May I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve. I'll second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Is there any public comment or correspondence?
No correspondence, but there is a public comment.
Okay. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Emerson Bannon. I work at the Erie County Parks and Erie County Planning and Community Development Department, and I'm also a City of Erie resident. I have worked with Jackie in the past on a project we are doing with the MPO to examine complete streets policies, and she asked me to come speak at one of the meetings, although unfortunately she's not here right now. So I just came to give a very high-level overview of potential complete streets policies and the benefits to the city. I also have a handout from the American Heart Association with a one-pager with some of the potential benefits to health. Do you end up distributing those? Did you distribute the handout? Okay. Yep. Sounds good. So, and there's extra copies if anyone needs one. So essentially, for those not familiar, complete streets policies are a holistic way of viewing the streets to make them good and safe for all users. So looking at the different plans that the city's already has underway, such as the active transportation plan, or currently there's the safety action plan, or tying in other initiatives like the Safe Street, the Safe Routes to School program by United Way of Erie County. A lot of these look at things from an individual user's perspective, such as a school user, a bicyclist, or say any kind of vulnerable road user at specific intersections. A complete streets analysis kind of views all these users together and tries to make it take a more comprehensive look at redesigning streets. It's very important for public health and improving safety, which has been a big concern in the city. It overall makes better downtown corridors and more livable communities. And this is the way that transportation policy has moved forward for a lot of communities around the country. So I do hope you can, there's the handout there, and I might come talk more with Jackie if she had something else in mind at another meeting where she is here. But currently through the MPO, we are working to develop these policies in conjunction with the city planning department to take a comprehensive look and add our resources to try and solve some of the transportation and help public safety challenges that each of the communities in Erie County faces. We're currently contracted with a consultant, WRA, on developing complete streets workshops, and, on teaching more about these policies, their potential applications, and what a model policy for Erie County would look like. We do have those meetings coming up. If you'd like to attend, feel free to get in touch or ask Jackie. And I'm here if there are any questions. I have a couple copies of my business card. I think taking a better look at these kind of comprehensive complete streets analysis would be a lot of benefit to the city of Erie in particular. And it's a great way to move forward. I hope you take that into consideration for all of your work on the commission. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, quick question for you. I guess first one would just be, this is great. It's a very broad question. Are there specific, parts of the comprehensive approach that you're suggesting that you're concerned are not necessarily getting the attention they should or do deserve in some of these other workshops? And not to put you on the spot.
There wasn't necessarily any one specific area. The idea though is that we were taking a more comprehensive look. The prior plans, is that better? The prior plans I referenced, they were looking at only one aspect of it, say the active transportation element, which would be based on walking and biking, or the walking to school element, or, a specific corridors, whereas the idea is this ties the different concepts together into a more comprehensive analysis that I think will be vital when you're considering rebuilding larger corridors like State Street and 12th Street that have been, there's been a lot of attention to, and sometimes I think with those plans, I think more attention could be paid to safety and pedestrian access, not just traffic throughput. And that there are other considerations there and a more comprehensive approach behind it for these different plans. But, this also relates to smaller projects in residential streets in terms of getting good sidewalk repair there. So the comprehensiveness is more what I'm here for today. If you had any more specific questions about applications to potential City of Erie policy, that might be better for to ask Jackie when she returns.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I just want to make sure that I was understanding this is just kind of laying it out there, because we've talked about many times the need for comprehensive rather than kind of very specific. So that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you ever want more details, feel free to send me an email. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Cooper, is there any public correspondence or comment?
There is no correspondence.
Okay, thank you. Old business, bylaws.
Included in the packets you have is an updated copy of the bylaws, an updated draft. I've highlighted 3 adjustments we made following our discussions at the last meeting. I'll read them out to make it easier. In Article 3, Membership, Section 1, we added that the Planning Commission members may continue to serve after the expiration of their term until they are replaced by a person with requisite experience. That's pulled right from the Historic Review Commission bylaws. In Section 2 of Membership, we added that at least 2 members of the Commission must be a licensed professional in the field of architecture, planning, or a similar profession, or have a minimum of 5 years of experience working in a professional architecture, planning, or similar firm. And then on the next page, in Article 5, Election of Officers, Section 3, we added that with the exception of the chair, who may not serve a second consecutive term except by unanimous vote. Otherwise, the bylaws are the same as the last you saw.
All right. Thank
Just
you.
to clarify, I guess based on that email kind of chain earlier, did we land on any adjustments to language around, or I guess more clearly speaking to what our responsibilities are of reviewing X? I'm looking at this where it's got roles and responsibilities, but there isn't any of that with respect to reviewing those items. Was that something, and forgive me, my brain's just not fully firing right now, were we going to address that a different way, or what am I?
I think, no, I don't think we intended to include that in the
Okay.
bylaws, that it's a matter of, this is how
Got you. Okay.
we conduct whatever business is.
That's how we were going to
That's-
update it. Okay,
that's right.
thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
All right, not a problem.
I'm not
Any
completely-
other questions? Did Tony get a copy of these emailed to her or not?
This was
No,
an
but I was
agenda.
going to ask if I
Yeah, I
could
think
stop
Jackie
in and
emailed
grab
it out with the
the
supporting
copies
documents.
of this and the
These changes were,
previous speakers.
okay, I'm just making sure. All right. Any other comments?
Happy with it?
Okay. Can I have a motion to recommend, no, to make a motion to approve these as the
And then-
bylaws of the commission?
And then we
Recommending approval
submit to,
City Council.
yeah.
Who
submit-
formally,
Yeah, don't we have to submit to city council for them
these have to go
to?
to city council?
No, just for
No,
us?
These are for us.
Oh, man, we
we're
could put so
free
much
to
more.
Ratify our own bylaws?
We could put so many cool things in here.
Okay.
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 I just want to make sure, though, that I haven't looked at these in a couple of revisions. I just want to make sure that your duties and responsibilities that are going to be in the revisions of the ordinance, that the ordinance, like, in general, is cited as per Article 155. So that way you don't have to change the bylaws again,
Yep. This,
because you'll have to do,
it,
so it stays consistent.
Yeah.
right. No, Article 2, Powers and Duties, reads Article 15501 of the City of Erie Administrative Code and the Pennsylvania Municipalities Planning Code set forth the Commission's powers and duties. So,
I would probably just have it say Article 155 as amended, because Article 15501 is going to be basically this, the planning commission is hereby authorized under the ordinance by the,
yeah.
So
155 just generically as amended.
can we adopt it with the caveat of
Yes.
incorporating, okay.
Yeah, 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 I understand. Would someone care to make a motion to that effect?
I'll make a motion to approve the new bylaws with amendments as discussed to reference Article 15501, right? No,
155.
155.
As
Okay.
amended.
Specific point 01 is literally going to be, this planning commission is hereby authorized under this provision of the Pennsylvania MPC. That's, and then your actual duties now are going to be under a different section.
Gotcha.
This is under Article 155.
Okay,
I will second that.
all right. I have a motion to approve the bylaws as amended. And a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Unanimous.
All right, thank you. Getting more modern every day. All right. Under old business, item B, a tabled motion regarding character area analysis and community development objectives, the memo included from Michael Baker. It's attached to the minutes. We looked at this before. Are we ready to proceed with this? Do we all recall what the memo said? And I'll note that the next steps discussed in the memo is recommending the community development objectives and future character area map set the foundation for an update to the city's zoning ordinance and saldo to allow for these regulatory controls to align with these new planning, new guiding documents. All right.
So for next steps, is it just, I don't know that we're approving anything, it's accepting what really are technically our next steps here to do? I mean, I know what it says here, but for us to approve or,
Yeah, the memo I think was included just as a refresher, and the tabled motion was to formally adopt the character area analysis as kind of the basis of the work that the commission and department do.
Why did we table that?
I think we wanted to
Because we
just,
didn't-
yeah, I think we wanted that full scope of it. So I'll move to adopt the character analysis as our starting point to move forward with next steps.
Okay. A second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right. Thank you all. That concludes old business. New business. I'll note that on the agenda, there's nothing under subdivision and land development. Nothing noted under rezoning. Nothing under blighted property designations. Under recap of planning commission training and next steps. Nothing noted. I'll note that we've had several meetings of the commission to review the character analysis, maps, community objectives, and that kind of thing. Are those notes published? Are those meeting notes published?
I believe so.
Okay.
I feel like I saw some notes from Michael Baker on an email a while back, but I wasn't sure if we had a comprehensive kind of assembly of all the inputs that we had talked about.
Yeah, I'll double check in our files after the
Okay.
meeting.
Yeah. Want everyone to be aware of changes we're discussing, or that have been discussed. We had an excellent training session with Denny Pucco about the role of the Planning Commission and its responsibilities. It was an excellent session.
I think we've got some good stuff that or I guess some support for where we kind of can focus our efforts.
That's right. Okay.
Can I note on that topic, he sent us a draft rewrite of Article 155
Right.
that we're looking at. I don't know if the commission has seen that yet, but we'll share that out as well.
I saw it in his email, but I haven't thought about it and
Okay.
defer to the staff and council before considering it further. All right. Item 6, Department of Planning and Neighborhood Resource Updates.
Okay.
Item A, City of Erie Comprehensive Recreation Parks and Open Space Plan Strategic Kickoff. Need a better title.
Or an acronym or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think step one of that planning process is going to be to find a catchier name. So the strategic kickoff happened earlier this month, design workshop, our consultants were here. Thanks, Rich and Jason, for participating in that. We met with them again last week for our bi-weekly meetings. They said they were thrilled with the turnout and how the meetings went here. They feel like they have a really strong start. We spent Friday afternoon driving around the city to a bunch of parks with them, showing them around, and they did some tours on their own as well. They said that they're really looking forward to this process, and we're looking forward to working with them.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Yeah, I would agree, it was an excellent meeting. Item B, Environmental Advisory Council's plastic bag ban ordinance.
Yes, the EAC has started 2 subcommittees, the first of which is looking into an ordinance that would ban single-use plastics, focusing first on plastic bags in the city. So they are meeting next week to recap the work that's been done so far on that. The other subcommittee they formed is to look at dark sky ordinances and outdoor lighting ordinances. We found a couple model ordinances from the other side of Pennsylvania over in Philly that we've shared with them to look into, and should have more updates from them soon.
Okay. Any questions or thoughts? If not, we'll move on to item C, amendments to zoning ordinance Article 7, historic resource protection.
So Article 7 is being rewritten. We've paused. That article has to do with nominations for historic resources. So that nomination process has been paused while that rewrite is ongoing, but we're almost finished with it. Just in time for National Historic Preservation Month in May. We're planning a big event at the end of that month. Hopefully we'll announce that Article 7 is done. A couple nominations have come in. That event will be open to the Planning Commission, of course. And celebrate the Historic Preservation Plan, which won an award last year, and the 4 local designations that City Council approved in 2024 as well. There should be some exciting events for Preservation Month.
Okay. Thank you. Any other thoughts or questions before we move on? That's the conclusion of our active items on the agenda. So, next item would be adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I want to hang out with you guys more.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you. Thanks, Jackie. Tony, sorry.
Bye, guys.
Yep, have a good week.
Thank you.